Hi everyone. In the previous video we have learned between and operator, right? Now in this video we'll try to learn like operator. Now why to use like operator? Now for example, if you have a condition like I wanted to see those employees whose name starts with A or whose name ends with R. So if we have that kind of situation where we want to match the pattern, right? Then we'll be using like operator. Right, so for example, on your screen you can see the question: retrieve all the record for those people whose department number is 20 and 30, whose salary is greater than 1000 and whose name starts with A. So we have multiple filter conditions, right? Whenever we have multiple filter condition, I hope you know we have to use and operators, and after that we'll be using a like operator to match the pattern whose name starts with A. Now with like operator, you always have to remember that we are using a percentage symbol. Along with the like operator, we are using a percentage symbol. This percentage symbol is known as wildcard operator, right? Is known as wildcard operator. All right. So let me just simply try to copy the query and let me try to run this query. You can also write this query on your SQL developer if you want to practice it. See what are the filter conditions that we want to execute. Select star from employee. Star means all the column, of course, where department number 20 and 30. So we have two department number. That's the reason. Firstly, I have used the in operator. Whenever you are using the in operator, I hope you know we need to do a bracket, or we need to give a bracket. Inside the bracket, give your value if you have multiple values. And we have one more condition: whose salary is greater than 1000. And then we have employee name whose name starts with A. So we have to write the condition in such a way, and e name like, and in the inverted quote we have to give A and percentage. A means whose name starts with A, and after that we have given a percentage symbol, that is your wildcard operator. That means after A it can be anything. It can be B, C, D or anything. It can be Atul, it can be Amol, it can be Anil, right? So let us try to run this query. And we have two employees whose name starts with A. One is Alan and the other one is Adams, right? So these are the two employees we have. Now the other two filters are also getting satisfied. We have data from department number 20 and 13, of course, whose salary is greater than 1000, right? This is your like operator along with the wildcard operator. Now you also have to make sure one thing, that here the records are case sensitive. Right, but column name either we can give in the small case or capital case. If the name starts with capital A, we have to give capital A only, right? So SQL is not a case sensitive language. SQL is a non-case sensitive language, but your data is case sensitive, right? Now here I have written the query in the small letter. I can write the same query in the capital letter also. That is not a problem. Select star from EMP where DEPT number in, and in the bracket you can give 20 comma 30, right? And salary is greater than 1000. We can say and e name like. You have to give inverted quote, and then you have to give capital A and then percentage. Your query will work in that way and you will be getting the same output. So your SQL is not a case sensitive language. Here I have written the query in the small case, and here I have written the query in the capital case, but your data is case sensitive. I want to see those employees whose name starts with capital A. Now instead of capital A, if I give a small a, and if you run the query, I'll not be getting any data because there is no such employees whose name starts with small a. So your data is case sensitive, but your SQL language is not case sensitive. I'll give you one more example. I want to see data for managers, right? So select star from EMP where job is equals to manager, right? If I run this query, I'll not be getting any data. But if I give the capital case, then you will be able to get the data for the manager, because manager is inserted as a capital case, right? So this is how you can run your SQL query. I hope you understood the like operator. We have one more example to run. What is the question? The question is that I want to see those record whose department number is 10 and 20 and whose salary is greater than 2000 and whose designation ends with GER, whose designation ends with word GER, right? So let me copy the query for you and paste the query. Now here the query has been written in the capital case. That will not create any problem. I'm saying select star from AMP where department number in 10, 20 and salary is greater than 2000 and job like, and then in the percentage you are saying GER, whose designation ends with GER, right? Let me run the query, and this is what the data that we are having. So why I have given percentage symbol at the starting? Because before GER it can be anything. Here in the like operator I'm starting with percentage symbol, so before GER it can be anything, but here in the like operator I'm saying in the inverted cot A and then percentage. That means the name should starts with A and after that it can be anything, right? But if we have a percentage symbol before that, before GER it can be anything, but after the percentage at the end it should be a GER. I hope you understood the concept of like operator, and along with that, what is the symbol that we are using? That is your percentage symbol, that is known as wildcard operator. Thank you so much for watching.